Top 15 Isekai Anime of 2025 so far. Anime fam, buckle up. Today we're diving headfirst into the best Isekai Anime of 2025 so far. From vending machines with more drip than Kirito's wardrobe to dads reincarnated as villainesses, this list is pure chaos fuel. Number 15. The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. Kicking off with number 15, childhood nostalgia just punched us in the face. A legit Red Ranger gets yeeted into an RPG fantasy world. Sounds epic, right? Wrong. His flashy morphin powers get nerfed into basic farming skills. Imagine going from giant megazords to hoeing crops. The villagers think he's some washed-up cosplayer while he's out here striking Sentai poses against goblins. But that's the charm. The anime blends cheesy ranger theatrics with fantasy hijinks, and somehow it works. The action scenes keep the Sentai flavor alive. Dramatic kicks, laser effects, even the over-the-top speeches before finishing blows. It's goofy, campy, and strangely heartfelt. It's like watching your Saturday morning cartoon phase crash into your anime binge era. Not groundbreaking, but it scratches a weird nostalgic itch while making you laugh at the same time. This Ranger might not save the multiverse, but he'll definitely save your weekend watch list. Number 14. Headhunted to Another World. Sliding to number 14, finally, an isekai for corporate survivors. Our protagonist? Not a hero, not a warrior, an HR recruiter. Yeah, his skill set is Excel sheets and resume scanning, and yet he's summoned to save a medieval kingdom. The king's like, defeat the demon lord, and this guy's like, do you offer healthcare benefits? The comedy here is genius. Fantasy creatures lining up for job interviews, goblins negotiating PTO, dragons demanding dental coverage. It's The Office, but with swords. Underneath the absurdity, it satirizes how broken modern work culture is. Instead of fighting, the protagonist literally reorganizes armies, cuts bureaucracy, and builds better morale. Sure, pacing dips when the paperwork montages drag, but the payoff of seeing orcs in HR meetings is priceless. It's Isekai proving once again, any random skill, even human resources, can somehow be world-saving. Honestly, I trust this dude to fix my last boss more than any therapist. Number 13. Exorcist Rotation. Rebirth Verse. Onmyo Kaiten Rebirth Verse. Landing on number 13, this one brings creepy spice to the Isekai buffet. Our hero keeps reincarnating as an exorcist across multiple lifetimes, battling demons, curses, and the occasional angry spirit who looks like your Wi-Fi router at 3 a.m. Every cycle, he remembers fragments of past lives, making the stakes heavier. The fights? Pure shonen energy with talismans exploding like fireworks and demon designs straight out of Junji Ito's nightmares. The art direction slaps hard. Moody, lantern-lit temples, cursed forests, eerie chants. At times, the show throws too much spiritual jargon at you, like you're suddenly cramming for a theological battle storm. But when the exorcism forget all that, there's also a surprisingly emotional undercurrent about fate, sacrifice, and carrying trauma across lives. Add in a Tanuki sidekick who's somehow more useful than most humans, and you've got an eerie but gripping gem that horror isekai fans shouldn't skip. Number 12. A gatherer's adventure in another world. Looking at number 12, and here comes the slow life king. No swords, no spells, just herb gathering. Sounds boring, right? Wrong. This anime somehow makes picking plants feel more intense than most battle scenes. The protagonist's special ability lets him identify, harvest, and maximize herbs to ridiculous levels. At first, he's just the local gardener, but before you know it, he's curing plagues, fixing villages, and turning weeds into world-saving weapons. It's basically Stardew Valley with RPG mechanics and occasional monster brawls. The humour comes from how he solves everything with plants, while adventurers swing swords like idiots. When a boss monster falls to a potion instead of a blade, iconic. Sure, it's slower paced, and sometimes it feels like a gardening tutorial, but the cozy vibes mixed with smart world building hit different. It's refreshing proof that not every isekai needs explosions. Sometimes it just needs aloe vera and a good compost pile. Number 11, Promise of Wizard. Sliding into number 11, Sparkly Wizard Boys incoming! Based on a mobile game, this series drops our protagonist into a fantasy world where wizards form magical contracts. Translation? Every male character looks like he escaped from a K-pop photo shoot. The premise mixes romance, drama, and magical duels that are equal parts stylish and melodramatic. Sometimes it leans way too hard into otome tropes, like entire episodes where nothing happens except longing stares and glittering backgrounds. But the upside? Gorgeous animation and surprisingly emotional character arcs. The fights are fluid, the spells flashy, and the relationships messy enough to keep you invested. This isn't for everyone. If you're allergic to sparkly angst, run. But if you secretly want a reverse harem mixed with anime-level magical flexing, it'll be your guilty pleasure. At the very least, it proves anime boy fashion accessories can defy gravity harder than Dragon Ball hair. Number 10. The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. Kicking off with number 10, Relatable King Alert. This middle-aged man gets isekai'd, but instead of sword skills or cheat stats, his ability is online shopping. He can literally order items from Earth and have them delivered into the fantasy world. Dragons getting humbled by soy sauce, knights kneeling before cup noodles, and wyverns crying over curry. This anime is both comedy gold and weirdly heartwarming. Beyond the laughs, there's real charm in watching him become a mentor to younger adventurers while casually flexing modern convenience. It's proof you don't need to swing swords to be OP. Sometimes a bottle of soy sauce is deadlier than magic. Sure, some episodes lean too hard into food gags, but overall it's cozy, funny, and perfect if you're tired of angsty teens saving kingdoms. Honestly, fantasy or not, this guy is living my dream. Free shipping everywhere. Number 9. From bureaucrat to villainous, Dad's been reincarnated. Sliding to number 9, and oh boy, this concept is chaos. A middle-aged dad dies and wakes up as the villainess in an otome romance game. Let that sink in. Dad brain trapped in sparkly dresses, juggling suitors and drama. Instead of scheming, he's scolding princes for skipping work and enforcing tax reforms. The comedy is next level, roasting every villainous trope while sneaking in heartfelt moments about family and responsibility. Somehow his fatherly instincts make him a better villainess than any of the actual characters. Watching a 40-year-old man in a teenage girl's body roast Bishunen rivals with back in my day energy is peak entertainment. It's parody gold, but also surprisingly wholesome. This anime proves Isekai is alive and thriving because literally no one else would dare animate this premise. If you want chaos and clever satire, welcome to your new obsession. Number 8. The Water Magician. Landing on number 8, finally, an anime that makes water magic cool. Usually, water users get stuck healing wounds or filling canteens. Not here. This MC turns H2O into absolute dominance. Tidal waves that crush armies, crystal prisons that trap bosses, even healing that makes clerics jealous. Visually, stunning. Every battle looks like Makoto Shinkai's weather effects turned into shonen combat. The plot does tread familiar ground with kingdom-saving arcs, but the creative fight choreography keeps it refreshing. Humour sneaks in too, like side characters constantly underestimating him until he floods entire battlefields. Watching fire mages sulk in the corner while water wrecks everything? Priceless. If you've ever wanted to see hydration become a weapon of mass destruction, this anime quenches your thirst. It's stylish, creative, and proof that water users are finally getting the respect they deserve in the anime world. Sorry, Zuko, this guy wins. Number 7. Apocalypse Bringer Minogra. Looking at number 7, villain supremacy unlocked. Our terminally ill protagonist reincarnates into his favourite evil strategy game, not as the hero, but the ruler of the villain empire. And he leans into it hard. No redemption arcs, no hero speeches, just pure, calculated world domination. He spreads corruption, summons abominations, and steamrolls heroes like their tutorial bosses. It's dark, strategic, and unashamedly evil. Think Civilization, but every decision is destroy the world. The visuals nail the sinister vibe with eerie colour palettes and ominous music. Admittedly, some scenes get uncomfortably grim, so it's not for everyone. But for fans tired of cookie-cutter Chosen One arcs, this anime is a breath of fresh, corrupted air. The political intrigue and tactical gameplay mechanics add depth beyond just being edgy. If you've ever wanted an anime where the villain doesn't switch sides halfway through, this is your crown jewel. Number 6. Lord of Mysteries. Sliding into number 6, and wow, this one's stylish. Adapted from a Chinese web novel, it blends isekai tropes with Lovecraftian horror and Sherlock Holmes energy. Our protagonist enters a Victorian-esque fantasy world filled with cults, secret societies, and eldritch rituals. The atmosphere? chef-level spooky. Every alleyway hides conspiracies. Every ritual could summon a monster you definitely don't want in your living room. Unlike most isekai, the MC isn't a sword-wielding prodigy. He uses intellect, deduction, and cunning. The pacing is slow, but once the pieces click, the payoff is massive. It's a unique mix of detective thriller, horror, and fantasy. Fans of slower burn, lore-heavy anime will eat this up. If you're bored of watching heroes grind goblins, this series reminds you the scariest monsters are the ones you can't understand. Stylish, creepy, and unforgettable, Lord of Mysteries is proof isekai can evolve beyond its cliches. Number 5. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability Season 2. Landing on number 5, the prodigy magician is back, and he's flexing harder than ever. Season 2 ramps everything up. More insane spellwork, more smug child genius energy, and more magical experiments that look like anime science class gone rogue. The kid casually invents continent-destroying spells like it's homework, while his peers are still learning Fireball 101. The visuals are jaw-dropping, but sometimes it feels like the story takes a back seat to magical flexing. Honestly, though, that's the appeal. Watching him casually dunk on every other mage with a smirk is both hilarious and oddly satisfying. It's not deep, but it doesn't need to be. It's pure overpowered spectacle. If you came here for plot, you might be disappointed. If you came here to watch a child casually rewrite magical physics while adults cry in the corner, welcome home. Number 4, ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 3. Looking at number 4, Subaru is back, and guess what? He's still suffering. Season 3 takes everything painful about ReZero. The politics? Messier. The villains? Crueler. The deaths? Even more traumatizing. Subaru continues his brutal time loop struggle, carrying both physical scars and emotional wreckage. It's hard to watch sometimes, but that's what makes it powerful. The emotional stakes are insane. Every victory feels earned through blood, tears, and mental collapse. Yes, the pacing still drags. ReZero loves milking suspense, but when the big reveals hit, they hit like a truck. Pun very intended. Emilia, Rem, and the rest of the cast also get stronger arcs, fleshing out the world beyond Subaru's misery. If you've stuck with this series, Season 3 rewards your suffering with top-tier storytelling. Painful, yes. Worth it? Absolutely. Subaru's life may be misery, but our binge-watching joy thrives. Number 3. The Rising of the Shield Hero, Season 4. Sliding into number 3, Shield Hero finally got its groove back. After a disappointing Season 2, Season 4 feels like redemption. Now Fumi steps up, less broody and more decisive, while Raftalia and Philo shine with their own growth arcs. The villains this time? Actually threatening, not just filler bosses. Battles are more intense and carry emotional weight. When Naofumi defends, it feels earned, not just repetitive shield spam. The pacing is tighter, the arcs darker, and overall it feels closer to the magic of Season 1. Is it flawless? No. Some episodes drag, but compared to where Shield Hero dipped before, this feels like the comeback the series needed. Fans who stuck through the lows finally get the payoff. If you dropped it before, Season 4 is the season that might pull you back. Shield Hero isn't perfect, but it's back in the fight. Number 2. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Season 2. Landing on number 2, Mukoda's back in the kitchen, feeding legendary monsters like it's Iron Chef Isekai Edition. Season 2 keeps the comfort food vibes alive while expanding the world and deepening the characters. Watching dragons and giant wolves act like spoiled food critics never gets old. The comedy is gold, but what elevates this season is the emotional core. Mukoda's relationships with his companions grow more heartfelt, and the cozy cooking gets balanced with higher stakes. The animation makes the food look absurdly good. Seriously, do not watch this hungry unless you enjoy pain. It's slice-of-life charm mixed with laugh-out-loud monster antics, proving you don't always need flashy battles to carry an isekai. Sometimes all you need is curry so good it makes a legendary beast cry. Honestly, this show should come with a snack warning. Number 1. Reborn as a vending machine. I now wander the dungeon. Season 2, and finally number 1, the vending machine anime reigns supreme. What started as a meme has become one of the most creative isekai series around. Season 2 doubles down, more vending powers, more dungeon adventures, and more surprisingly heartfelt moments. The machine isn't just a gimmick, It's a legit hero, helping allies with soda sprays, ramen cups, and tactical vending brilliance. The creativity is unmatched. You'll never look at a vending machine the same way again. But what makes it shine is the heart. Watching an inanimate object form bonds, inspire allies, and prove that even the weirdest premise can deliver real emotion. It's silly, absurd, and yet weirdly moving. Season 2 proves this wasn't a one-hit gag. It's legit isekai greatness. Long live the vending overlord. And that's the top 15 isekai anime of 2025 so far. From vending machines proving they're better heroes than half the genre to Subaru suffering in HD, this list had it all. Which one's your favourite? Drop it in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and join me next week for even more anime chaos. Stay legendary, fam.